Oops, we are live without introduction video. I forgot to set it up, guys. Sorry. Welcome to elenasbarre. We are going to go really quick today without that intro video. Today we are talking about what do women need, discipline or empowerment. And guys, I wanted to ask you a question here, and I want your honest response. So today it's the International Women's Day, right? You know that, right?
No, I don't.
We don't celebrate that here in the US.
I know. Well, this is why I'm asking you. Have you bought the flowers for the women that you know?
No.
Yes, every woman that deserves to get flowers, I've purchased and sent flowers to them.
Good. I had to ask you this question because I see, oh my goodness, so many men are buying flowers and they are taking pictures. They are sending flowers to the women that they know. And guys, today we are talking about discipline versus flowers, right? So, what's your take on that? Because you proposed this topic, Steve.
I don't know. I guess just let's look at what's happening around us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about women's empowerment for, I don't know, probably the past 30 years, 20 years at least.
Mm-hmm.
Encouraging women to get degrees and, the welfare or the divorce, no fault divorce. Yeah, that's early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Violence Against Women Act, all this stuff to make women feel safer and empower women. And then we have DEI and encouraging women in the workforce, giving them a leg up. Okay, what does empowerment do? What are women doing with all their power?
They're destroying our society.
Well, yeah, that's secondary. But what do they do with the power? Oh, they now have the freedom to go on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It makes when you empower women to value one part of their anatomy over everything else and use that for whatever purpose they want. That's my observation.
That's so true. That's so true. And they get frustrated when you try to take this power away from them because it's the only asset. Well, but let's be honest, right? It's the only objective asset that women have that they can trade for various services and things.
No.
Resources,
yes.
No, it's not.
Well,
no, I'll take the negative on this one. What can women bring to the table?
Mm-hmm.
Service, being a pleasant person, birthing children, and raising children. The main thing a man wants from a woman is a good mother for his children.
Well, and see, here is the thing. A lot of men don't want that anymore because they are reacting to... Okay, Nick, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to steal Steve's thunder.
Okay, go ahead.
Men want three things. Women can give men three things.
Yes.
RSVP. Respect, sexual variety, and peace.
Well, okay, look, if we look at promiscuous women that are on OnlyFans, they are technically capable of giving this to a man. RSVP. Respect. They respect a man for the money, right? A man pays them the money and then she's gone, right? Then sexual variety. Okay, you can get plenty of sexual variety with OnlyFans constar, right? And then peace. Okay, she doesn't suck your brain. She's not your wife, right? She's not for long-term committed relationship. She's for recreational purposes only. I think that OnlyFans girls fall under this category pretty well, actually.
There's a better category. It's not the same.
Yeah, well, I know. Hmm.
The sexual variety, okay, that can be taken two ways. Men want to experience many different women. No, men, good men, want to experience one woman well in many different ways. Have some variety to the conjugal union with one woman. But yeah, to what end? Well, he also wants children. So he's going to evaluate the woman. In addition to RSVP, will she be a good mother?
Well, and there's a corollary here, because even if the man doesn't want kids, because there are men out there who don't, evaluating a woman for can she be a good mother is still a good strategy, because there are certain qualities that make a good mom that you probably want in a woman in general. There's a certain amount of fortitude that's required to be a mom, right? It's not easy. It's a lot of work. You're going to be getting up at all hours of the night. She has to be able to manage. She has to be able to manage a certain amount of stuff. The children's activities, their food, their clothes, their all of that. So there is a baseline level of intelligence required to be a mom. Now, I would also argue that the government does a great job of coming in and reducing the amount of intelligence required through social programs, which is of arguable utility to the world. But I think what Steve is saying here is that you can start with RSVP, but there are actually other factors that you want to look into as a guy. Like, vetting a woman is I'm going to use an engineering term here, is a multivariate complex problem.
And they can change.
Oh, the variables?
And the women.
The women. They can be proper for one time, but then over time they change. And then you have to reevaluate.
Well, Nick, I have a question for you on that, because I've thought about this. Is it she's changing, or is it that she was putting on the mask that she thought you wanted to see to get what she wanted?
It'd be both.
Personally, I would argue that it doesn't matter which one it is, because it ends up in the same place.
Right. Look, it's also who they put themselves around too that could bring about this change, or who they've been influenced by. Beware the sisterhood.
Social impact.
Yeah. I've said in the past, I don't think I've said it on our streams, women are pliable.
Yes.
Okay. So is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Well, it depends. Since women are pliable, if the man is leading and is in the dominant position, he's probably going to adjust to that. Now, her choice is compliance, basically submission, or rebellion. Okay, well, she's going to choose one or the other. But since she's pliable, if she's not in the submission role, not supportive of her husband, she's going to be influenced by society, outside influences, her girlfriends, the internet, and she's pliable So she will change based on that.
So if there are no external factors that could keep your behavior in check, if society doesn't place any standards or boundaries on women, then women are going to rebel, and they're going to do basically what the majority of people are doing, because this is trendy, this is popular, and then they will disregard.
Yes. But what you're talking about here is discipline. So discipline is more effective on the pliable, because they want the pliable want to be doing what everyone else is doing. And if society places disciplinary boundaries on women, then the women are going to go, oh, well, that's what the other women are doing, so I've got to do that too. People often think of discipline in the negative. They think of it as
punishment.
Yeah. They think of it as punishment of I'm going to get hurt, and for making a mistake. And that is one aspect of discipline. I was thinking about this last night, though. We don't often enough use discipline in this other way, and that is that we used to call, like, for example, Steve, you're a mechanical engineer. We would used to call that a discipline.
Right.
Because to be a mechanical engineer, there are certain rules, in this case, physics, that you have to follow. And if you try to not follow them, bad things happen. So a discipline can be bad things happening to you, but that's usually just a result of you not following the rules. A discipline is when you follow the rules so that bad things don't happen.
But this requires the a long-term thinking.
Maybe.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not always.
Yeah, but
There's
thinking about the
there's a
outcomes.
lot of brute men out there with low IQ, and they're not necessarily thinking long term, but they have somebody teaching them,
or they have a
motivated.
supervisor,
a coach, like a football player. Just think of your dumb meathead. They're not all dumb meatheads. Just think of a dumb meathead. They can be very disciplined
under the supervision of a stronger leader who
doesn't even
it doesn't even need that. It means they need a leader to point them in a direction, provide some guidance, but then they do it.
Well, but
they concentrate on that. And there's a lot of men that aren't all that smart, but they got a good job. They go to work every day.
Yep.
They don't squander their money. They're using discipline, self-discipline, but external leadership. But it's not. They don't have to be told what to do. Just because you're not intelligent or as smart doesn't mean you need to be told everything what to do.
On this specifically, I actually want to say something, because a lot of people think, oh, smart people will naturally do better at discipline. No, they will not. IQ is anti-correlated with discipline. Now, I mean, if we're talking about somebody who is, has physical brain damage, they're going to struggle with discipline. But in general, people with lower IQs actually do better with discipline. Yes, they need somebody to tell them what to do because they don't know what to do. But once they're told what to do, they're actually not smart enough to think of reasons why they should do it differently. It also means that they don't optimize what they do. They do exactly what they're told, how they're told, when they're told. And if you, the manager, ever want to change it, you have to go there and get them to change it. And if they've been doing it one way for a certain amount of time, they won't be able to change it. So you have to fire them and get a new one. Okay. I'm not saying this is good or bad, but what I'm saying is that from a disciplinary standpoint of following a discipline, if you just need rote compliance, high IQ people are not the way to go, because the high IQ person is going to be looking to optimize their workspace, optimize their process. They're going to be seeing all the different ways they can do things and picking the most optimal one. And it can actually, in environments like assembly lines or fast food, can actually create chaos.
So, would you say that most women today they have higher IQ than just being compliant? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because also look, if you consider their nature, they are followers by nature.
Well, remember, most women have a more leptokurtic IQ distribution, which means they tend towards the mean. Okay.
Mhm.
The mean is actually where you're going to find a lot of people who are relatively good at following following a discipline. Not great. The ideal IQ for discipline is about 90 to 95. Okay.
Mhm.
But there's going to be a lot more women there than there are men there. That's just how the distribution works.
So if a man has less IQ than a woman does, she is unlikely to follow him because she won't have any respect for him.
I
Maybe,
think
maybe
that's
not.
generally
Yeah.
true. Women look for a man that's in some ways better than them, stronger,
Yeah.
has more money, and smarter.
Yeah. Even though they
Lily,
won't admit it, some of them say, we want an equal partner, we want 50-50.
No, no. They don't mean that.
Yeah.
well, they do want an equal partner, but he has to be an above average man,
Yeah.
even though they're an average woman.
It's already not equal, ladies.
Well,
Just
right.
based on your
They're not.
desires.
Women do not select for equality. Never have, never will, and
Yeah.
that's by design. Not a problem there. Okay.
Mhm.
By the way, women not selecting for equality is a genetic good. So we've talked about the Flynn effect before, how it seems that after like 10 years the IQ points rise 2 to 3 points, the average IQ. That is women selecting for higher IQ men. Like it actually slowly improves the overall intelligence of humanity. This is not a bad thing for women to select for higher IQ men. And I want to point that out here, because it gets, a lot of people think, oh, well, you mean that I need to select an idiot? Well, no.
Yeah.
And in the red pill, we get ragged on a lot for beating up on women for their behaviors. And so what I have to say about this is a good, biologically correct, natural behavior of theirs. They should be doing it. I have no problem with it. But it does mean that there are certain things about what they're doing that you kind of have to go, yep, that's what they're doing, and that's okay.
Yeah, but if they're aiming for more intelligent, for higher status, let's say, man, then it leaves most men without any woman, because most men are not what women want.
Yeah. That's just uncapped female behavior. Yeah.
Has it always been the case, even
Yes, it
with the
has.
patriarchy?
Yes, kind of, but not to the extent it is today.
I see. Okay.
Because society seeks to empower women. Empowerment is removal of restraints and boundaries. Discipline, which is adhering to reality and boundaries and staying within what's reasonable. You empower women, they'll start doing the things that, gee, that's not even reasonable. Lily Phillips, what's she doing?
Yeah.
Is she empowered? Is that to her benefit? And if empowerment is so great, why are so many women over the age of 40 divorced and on SSRIs. Does empowerment lead to happiness for women?
No, it has not since the beginning. Eve, she sought that empowerment. Did it go well for her? No.
It's Genesis 3, right? She will seek
Genesis 3.
She will seek to rule over you, but she'll seek to rule over you, but basically she can't. She'll try, but she can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, but then the social order was different. She couldn't.
No.
She couldn't do it.
No. That's you're confusing the fact that something was imposed with the like they're saying, well, that's how things always work. No, there were plenty of cultures where before where women were empowered. This female empower thing is not
and
new.
there are trash cultures too.
Oh yeah.
That didn't amount to nothing.
They just didn't do it hard enough or do it right. This time, we're going to do it right. We're going to empower women in the right way for a good outcome, even though in the past it was